So, hi everybody, my name is Pauline Ferguson. I'm from Red Fox Building Biology. And what I'm going to discuss with you tonight is personal care ingredients, specifically what is in moisturisers. Some of the things I'm not going to do is I'm not going to tell you do this or don't do that. What I am going to do is give you some information so that you can make your own informed decision, because that's what it's all about really. So if we can get started on this. Why do we care what's in our moisturisers? There we go. Why we care is because the skin is the largest organ in or on the body. It's vital for protection of your internal organs, and it's a visible sign of our health. Products are actually readily absorbed through the skin. Some biological weapons use the skin to introduce the toxins to you. You may have heard that if you paint your entire surface of your skin, it's actually quite dangerous because your skin can't breathe. And sometimes infections on your skin can get in and damage the internal organs. Also, we're putting these products on our skin to try and look younger and look healthier, and if they're not doing that, then why are we using them? Ingredients are listed in the order in which they are in quantity. So for example, what we've got here on the left hand side here is a list of ingredients, and they're actually in order of greatest quantity first, water, and then down to colouring. Hang on, we've got the question. Thanks, Gabby. I'm glad to hear that. That's great. Gabby's just letting me know that she can hear me. So in this particular application, water is our highest ingredient, and the largest ingredient, and the smallest ones that we've got are these colourings down here. So there's less of those in there than there is of water. I actually don't know what those colours are. Sorry about that. So I can't help you with that one. What we're actually going to look at today is the ingredients, and as you know, that the largest ingredients that we've got, any second now that's going to change for you, there it is. The largest quantity of ingredient that's in there is water, and you should be able to see that come up highlighted now. I'm going to assume that you all know what water is, so we won't actually have a chat about that one. The next one on my list is triethanolamine, or diethanolamine, also known as TEA or DEA, followed by polythene glycol, PEG or PPG. That usually has numbers after it. You'll be able to see just down here where it's got PEG, PPG 18. That's a specific type of PEG that there is, which we'll have a chat about in just a moment. Tri or disodium EDTA. Parabens are quite popular in these things. Phenoxyethanol. And the last but certainly not least is perfume or fragrance. As you can see, there's a lot of other ingredients in moisturisers. I won't be discussing all of them tonight, but I certainly do urge you to look them up if you're interested in that sort of thing. I must apologise for the quality of my photographic skills here. These ingredients lists were actually taken from photographs where I went into the chemist shop and got out my trusty iPhone and took photographs of the packets. Nearly got thrown out because of that. Apparently you're not supposed to take photos of that sort of thing. So, what are these ingredients and what do they do? Well, I'm glad you asked. Triethanol or diethanolamine, DEA or TEA, I have to admit I was a bit confused the first time I saw that, because I thought, why are you putting T in this product? That's just a bit strange. But anyway, TEA is used as a wetting agent in shampoos. It's the thing that provides the rich lather, and it keeps a favourable consistency in creams and lotions and stuff, so that's the thing that makes it feel nice. It can react with other ingredients to form nitrosodiethanolamine, sorry, that's a bit weird to pronounce, NDEA, which has been linked to stomach, esophagus, liver and bladder cancers. It is an immune system toxicant, as you can see, and a skin toxicant, and it's expected to be toxic to your organs. The reason that we say it's expected to be is because it's toxic to the immune and to the skin. So that's where we're going with that one. The next one on our list is polyethylene glycol, or PEG, or PPG. This is actually a group of chemicals rather than, so like a little type of chemical rather than one specific chemical, which is why they have those little numbers next to them, like the one that we had before was 18 or 100. Apparently that refers to how easily this stuff is absorbed into your skin and how easily it allows other chemicals which are with it to be skin penetrating. That's one of its good things and bad things as far as everybody's concerned here. It's a good thing because that's what the ingredient manufacturers want it to do, is get the ingredients into your skin. It's a bad thing that if those ingredients are toxic, you're basically getting a lot of them in your skin. It can also upset the natural moisture balance, and it's often contaminated with impurities. If you get a really good company, they'll probably try and make sure that it doesn't have any impurities. However, it's up to you, but who you decide is a good company. Our next one is tri- and disodium EDTA. As you'll see in just a moment, there it is. I don't actually have a truckload of information on this one. The information that we've got here is from the MSDS, or Material Safety Data Sheet, and as you can see, it's a skin, eye and upper respiratory tract irritant, which makes me feel a little bit nervous because it's going into moisturiser. I don't like the idea of putting a skin irritant or something that's potentially going to irritate my airways onto my skin. It's used as a preservative, a stabiliser and purifying agent. It can react with vitamin C to create benzene, which is a carcinogenic substance. So if you're taking vitamin C and you're using this, I'm not sure whether it actually works in the body or whether it just reacts outside of the body. I always get a bit nervous about it. Our next one is parabens. And aren't they exciting? Parabens are preservatives, antibacterial, antifungal, which is what they're primarily inserted into these products for. And it can mimic estrogen, which is linked to breast cancer. Apparently, the studies that they actually did in 20 people who had breast cancer, parabens were found in the breast tissue of 18 of them. While that's not conclusive, because I mean obviously just because it's there doesn't mean it caused it, it does indicate that further study needs to be done. Personally, I like the precautionary approach, which is that if it has any potential bad health risks, I like to eliminate that risk as much as possible. Again, skin irritant may cause itching, burning and blistering of skin. In a moisturiser? In a personal care product? What? Moving on to our next one, which is phenoxyethanol. Sorry you guys aren't getting a chance to have a go at saying all of this stuff. Again, another preservative. This is actually classified as an irritant in the European Union, and it's restricted for use in cosmetics in Japan. The effects that we've got here are from the MSDS, so these are at 100% concentration. However, even if it's used in the 1% concentration, which it is in cosmetics, it can compound with the other chemicals that we've already seen are in the list, and it can accumulate within your body. So you're not just getting the 1% that we have, you're also getting that 1% over X amount of time, plus all the other chemicals that we've got here. Our last one that we've got tonight to discuss is the fragrance. Fragrance is always a bit of a worry because we don't know what's in it. Companies are not required to list the ingredients of their fragrances, and often they're treated as proprietary information. One of the worrying things, in 2002, the Environmental Working Group tested 72 fragrance products. 3/4 of those contained phthalates, which are plasticizers which are linked to birth defects, feminisation of infant boys, liver and kidney damage, and infertility. The worrying part of this is that none of those ingredients listed phthalates, even though it was actually in there. So essentially you're getting a lucky draw prize there to see what's actually in it, which is a bit nasty as far as I'm concerned. So, are these just in moisturisers, I hear you ask? Or I would if you weren't muted. And the answer is no, they're not. They're contained in most beauty products. And your screen should be catching up with me any second now, but it's not. They're also in cleansers, toners, moisturisers, hair care products, foundation, cleaning products, detergents, washing powders and liquids, degreasers, industrial cleaners. I think PEG has also been listed in oven cleaners, that sort of thing, which unfortunately isn't very helpful. Why is your screen not working? It should be showing something else. Have you guys still got the question mark there? Oh, there you go. You're back up to the right one. Good. Sorry about that. So that's what it's actually, these chemicals are actually contained in, pretty much everything. Shampoos, hair care products, makeup, all of that sort of thing. The next question I'm sure that you're asking is, are there products without these ingredients? And the answer is yes, of course there are. But you have to check the label. You must always check the label. The reason I say that is because there are some companies who are actually marketing this, saying that they're family friendly, they're safe, they're non-toxic, and that their ingredient list is exactly, and that they're not using all of these ingredients. However, their ingredient list is exactly the same as what's in the supermarket, and they've got a very high price. So definitely read your labels, even if the company that you're buying from is saying that they're not toxic people. I've actually looked that up, and no, unfortunately I'm not going to be able to say the name. This is who we are, Red Fox Building Biology. We look at homes and businesses. We try to identify the toxins and pollutants that are found in chemicals, furnishings, building products, that sort of thing. Electrical, electromagnetic, radiation, mobile phones, and we try to come up with strategies to remove or reduce or manage these issues, such as what we've just had a look at tonight with the products that are in your bathroom cabinet or on your dressing table. My vision and mission, which you'll see in just a moment, is a poison-free planet, and I firmly believe that every time that we actually get one more person who doesn't have poison, the better it's going to be. So if I actually unmute you all, or if anybody has any questions that they'd like to ask, I can ask you. Hang on a second, let me just unmute you. Did you have a question, Kelly? No, I've unmuted you, Kelly. You can talk. No, there it is. Where'd it go? I can't find the question. The question button's gone. Do you want to just talk to me, Kelly?
Is it actually working?
It is now.
Can you hear me? Oh, yay! I don't really have a question, but it was a great presentation. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's my job, talking to you as well. Millie says great presentation too.
Thank you, Millie. That's very kind of you. I'm just going to stop this recording for a second.